short ball punished.
Well, it's always a gamble bowling the short ball when you've only got one fielder back square of the wicket on the leg side. You're desperately hoping as a fast bowler that he's going to hit it somewhere towards that one fielder posted on the fence, but I always think it's a gamble not worth taking unless you've got a very big venue, big ground.
Got to hit him. It's the end of the over. 13 coming from it.
Tom, I think you make a fantastic point, and that's why I think there are two things that you've got to think about on this ground. See, you're hitting with the wind down this side as well. That's the thing. So you're probably better off thinking, if I'm going to use the short ball, maybe the guy who's bowling from the other end use it, get him hitting into the wind, and you can even adjust the field, getting hitting into that wind. If you know you're going to bowl the short ball for that one ball, you can get your fine leg back and a deep square leg, because he had no third man. He had a long on and a deep square leg, so he could have made that adjustment. It might be selling the plan a little bit early, but for one ball you could think about that as well.
Jerome Taylor picked up 2 wickets here last night. Picked up the wickets of Chris Gale and Mohammad Hafiz's first ball. He uprooted Chris Gale's off stump with a full delivery. Just gets it to shape.
Well, early on he was devastating. A terrific full ball to Chris Gale. They've knocked his off stump out of the ground. Good pace, perfect line, using the angle from around the wicket. So a lot of planning behind that dismissal.
Well, as you just saw there, he does like, I mean, Sunil Narayan didn't come too far forward, but when this guy pitches the ball up, he gets good action on the ball. But Chris Gale is very similar to the way that Narayan got out. Ball just coming in, dipping in late. He's got a terrific wrist position. Jerome Taylor takes great meticulous care in how he delivers the ball. If you have a sloppy wrist, the ball doesn't behave as you want it to. That's Chris Gale homing in with exocet accuracy. Jerome Taylor knew exactly where he wanted that ball to land, and he knew exactly what damage he wanted it to cause. It's a great feeling when an off stump goes flying, even better when it belongs to Chris Gale. Looking for that full Yorker length, and he's clipped this nicely for 4. Andre Fletcher can't prevent it going over that boundary cushion.
Well, Walton's raced to 18 now with 2 4s and a 6. Taylor looking for that Yorker, but just getting it fractionally full. That's beautifully timed. Fletcher fielded particularly well last night, and he's got that leg side boundary to look after again this evening.
Well, he hasn't found the length that probes and tests yet, Taylor. That's still a little bit full, and it's been punished. Full blade of the bat, fall straight past the bowler.
Yeah, excellent. And one of the things I like about Walton in this edition of the CPL is the tempo at which he's scoring. He seems as though he's paid attention to trying to get his strike rate up early. No longer playing with Chris Gayle, who did most of the early damage when they partnered each other.
And one off the last ball of the over. 11 from the over, 24 for no wicket from 2.
That there on the phone is Quiff, the sports betting app, where every time you place a bet, your odds might get quiffed. What does getting quiffed feel like? It feels like catching a glass before it hits the ground.
Early change of bowling. Not so sure that Carl Mayers would have come on this early. Coming on for the 3rd over of the innings. Medium pace. Two men back on the leg side fence. Long on and a deep mid-wicket. There they are. Fine leg is up inside the circle. Can't go down leg side. Can't go anywhere. Aaron Sammy a little anxious the time it's taken to actually start this 3rd over. Right, here's Carl Mayers. A nice inviting full toss. Andre Fletcher, how many runs has he saved in the field for the St. Lucia Stars in this CPL? He's been dynamic with bat and in the field. And he keeps wicket when if he wanted to, he can keep wicket.
Well, he might be behind the sticks, I think, next match. That's a wide. Cameron Akmal has been well short of where he needs to be from a batting perspective, so they may consider that as a tactical change going into the next game.
Martin Guptill's CPL career, just over 1,000 runs, averaging 32 with a strike rate of 123 and 15 scores of 30 plus.
Well, it's interesting, Guptill's strike rate there at 123. A lot of people would think, oh gosh, I think that's probably a little bit lower than I expected of Guptill, because Guptill is such a destructive player. But you've got to remember where he plays all his home games in Guyana. The venue there can be a challenging venue where the ball can turn, so generally batsmen have a slightly lower strike rate there. Still a good return on average, so he's still batting well, but not with the same devastation he would do elsewhere.
Leg side again, and the bowler's got away with a wayward delivery here.
It certainly clipped something as it went past. Whether it was pad or bat, we'll soon find out. Yeah, it just clipped his front pad.
That's a dangerous line, because you're asking for the 4 to be hit down fine leg. Fine leg is up inside the circle. Yeah, Tom, Martin Guptill, 123 his strike rate is for the CPL. His career 2020 strike rate is higher at 128. But the point you make is absolutely valid. In Guyana, there's nothing like the pitch and the pace that you've got here in St. Lucia.
That could change. It could possibly change this CPL. I'll tell you why. Yeah, I certainly have expressed over the years my concerns about that pitch in Guyana, and it was sort of dug up and relayed after the last CPL, sometime towards the end, I think, of last year. And then when we played, West Indies played Pakistan in Guyana this year, there were a couple of games where 300 was scored. West Indies chased down 300. It was a much different pitch. They tried to get it a lot firmer and a lot more true, so we'll see in this CPL whether it maintains that consistency at 26 without loss.
Warriors 26 for no wicket, chasing 153 to win this match. Both these teams without a win in this 2017 Hero CPL. The Stars getting to 152 for 8 after winning the toss, and Darren Sammy with a very late rearguard cameo. Now Mitch McClenaghan, his first over cost him 13. So he's back on now from a different end. Let's see how he goes. Flicked wide of mid-on. Shane Watson. Clearly not timed as he first thought. Bit of a chase for Watto that. Just saw him now as I went round to interview Riyad Emirates, and I said, how are you going? And he said, getting there. Getting there. Still in the game.
What he has, I was talking to Tom about a field set at the end of McClenaghan's last over, about having a deep square and a fine leg. If he's going to bowl the short ball, I don't know what he's going to bowl, but he's got the deep square leg and fine leg, which suggests he shouldn't really pitch the ball up unless he's bluffing. There he goes short.
Yeah, I think he's definitely bowling to take a wicket, with the batsman taking on that boundary now. And as Ian Bishop mentioned previously, he'll be hitting it into the breeze, so he'll have to really collect it for it to go for 6. As we speak now, the fine leg comes up into the ring. And we've got a man dropping out a deep mid-wicket, so there's still 2 back on the leg side, but 1 behind square and 1 in front of square, probably by about 20 metres. So he's going to continue with the angle around the wicket, probably change his pace.
Well, Darren Sammy hit 3 big 6s tonight. That's the flat one. Riyad Emirates is the bowler. That went up a mile. Hung around. Rashid Khan thought he might have tapped it, and this magnificent blow into the members' pavilion. And in the Hero Maximum race, led by Pollard with 13, Munro with 10, and Brendan McCullum 10, and Darren Sammy now with 9 6s, Sunil Narayan with 9. Martin Guptill, 1 from 7 so far. Kiwi to Kiwi. Yorker.
Perfect Yorker, right up into that block hole. Just looking at those sixes, Pollard with 13 sixes so far, but I reckon if you did it by distance, Pollard would be miles ahead if you accumulated all the sixes distance-wise. He hits the ball miles, and he's hit some monstrous sixes. We've seen a couple of big ones here this evening.
Oh, trouble here. Oh, direct hit. That would have been the first wicket. He did well to get there, Mitchell McClenaghan.
That was the definite misjudgment from Guptill. The ball didn't probably go as square and as far as he thought. I think he was looking to hit it squarer. He wasn't in the race at all. I just wonder, guys, just a question, when do you go to spin? Two right-handed batsmen at the crease in the power play. I think it's going to offer something for the tall Shillingford and Rakeem Cornwall, but it's off spin into the right-handers.
Yeah, it's different from the stuff we saw from Rashid Khan. Leading edge, and he gets away with it. Shillingford was the fielder, and the bowler's going to feel very aggrieved with that. It's punished, it's gone for 4. Well, it might have been a difficult chance, but from a bowling perspective, Mitch McClenaghan would be tearing his hair out here, and he's got a fair lock of it as well. It's just taken the pace off that, the slight sort of cutter delivery. Well, I think Shillingford moves slowly to this. Yeah, you've got to stop that. You've got to stop that going past you.
Just short of Johnson Charles. 35 without loss.
Half a chance diving forward on this occasion, just a foot short. Frustration for the big Kiwi. McClenaghan probably felt he should have had a couple. So 4 overs gone, 35 without loss. So a steady start here by the Warriors. Walton's looked very good. He's had the bulk of the strike, having faced 15, but he's got 31 on the board with 4 fours and a 6. But it's Guptill.
Driven nicely down the ground. Just for 1. So a good start again by the Guyana Amazon Warriors. 36 for no loss. Again bowling that straight line, and he's going to have to, just because all of the offside fielders are inside the ring. 2 fielders back on the leg side. Well, it's good to see that senior players are really stepping up, and whether they can't contribute with the ball, like Shane Watson, they're still vocal in the field, helping out the captain, Darren Sammy, and Shane Shillingford, who will play a key role with the ball later on. This is a good over so far, just singles coming from it.
Yeah, Martin Guptill's just taken his time, and I think Mitch McClenaghan bowled a very good over at Martin Guptill. He started it with a Yorker that was inch perfect, and Martin Guptill treated that over with respect. Since then, Kyle Mayers has dropped into a nice line and length here. He's bowled 11 deliveries, 7 dot balls, and he's only conceded 5.
Well, they look very comfortable, don't they? The Guardian group live easy moment. Certainly candidates for that. I'm sure if a wicket was to fall, they'd get up and about and dance around. And they'd certainly have the DJ yelling at them to do so. It's 39 for no loss.
Get 30 free spins with Betfair's award-winning casino. It's the spin of the reel, the turn of the card, the press of the button.
Similar time, just 5 overs gone. St. Lucia Stars were 43 for 2. Guyana Amazon Warriors 39, and there he is again. He's leading edge and taken. Good catch, Shane Shillingford. And Jerome Taylor comes back into the attack and has immediate effect.
Looking to work to the leg side. Leading edge just ballooning down to short third man, where Shane Shillingford was waiting. It was a good catch. Walton goes. He was good for 33. It's 39 for 1.
Match day's my favourite day, despite all of these bums in my face and the clueless Stuart clearing the way. Oh, will you hold up, dude? I'm gonna use the loo. Oi, this is a disabled cubicle. Still, at least we got the best seats of them all. My bed's gonna come in, I know. So halfway to leaving.
That's the spirit, Paddy Power, you beauty.
Is Baba Azam, age 22. Took 2 good catches in the field.
Yeah, Baba Azam, 22, Lisa. Don't worry about those numbers. He's just 22, but he's forging himself with a reputation for Pakistan in one-day cricket. You might have seen one of his 500s against Australia at Adelaide in January this year. And he scored 4 one-day international hundreds against the West Indies, all in September, October last year in Sharjah and Dubai. He's the real deal, this fella. And his highest score was against the West Indies in April, just a couple of months ago, 125 not out at Providence in Guyana.
Clip in place. Oh, and a good one.
Piece of bowling, just a little bit of extra bounce that brought the leading edge. Walton was looking to work that to the leg side just to pick up an easy one, but it's the bounce that did him. Hit right on the shoulder of the bat, and Shane Shillingford had a bit of airtime.
Driven nicely, but can't find the gap.
Yeah, Baba Azam hasn't fired on all cylinders. 21 against the Patriots and then another 21. Both those matches were in Lauderhill, and then he made 2 against the Trimbago Knight Riders. So he's had a couple of starts and hasn't got going.
And dropped. Oh, disappointment for the owners, disappointment for the fans, and more importantly, disappointment for Taylor.
And the captain, Aaron Sammy, was on his knees, but it's never easy in your follow through, but generally those are taken. It wasn't hit out of the middle of the bat, and that's the thing that may have done him. He probably thought it was coming to him a lot quicker than it actually did. He mistimed it. Oh, what they could have done with a couple of wickets this over.
Again, a similar delivery, but lovely. Just punched it. They better run, because it's been brilliantly fielded by Marlon Samuels. All of a sudden, the fielders are up and about.
Great dive, this. 5 out of 5. Olympic judging. Timed it impeccably, didn't he?
Isn't it out of 10, Olympic diving?
I think that's out of 5, isn't it? Okay, out of 10. 9 out of 10. Artistic impression was quite good as well.
Yeah. Have you commentated on the diving?
No,
On sport you haven't done?
Yes. Yeah, put my hand up for it, but they said no.
So really good over. The wicket coming from it. Could have potentially been a second wicket. Last ball. There's a couple of changes. All fielders that are in the inner circle are sitting on the circle. An excellent over. It's 42 for 1.
Yeah, that was the missed chance. Caught and bowled opportunity, and there's the disappointment. The owners are thinking, oh my gosh, we could have had 2.
Oh, 42 for 1, and I think Gotham has a few friendly friends.
Yes, indeed. There's a bit of fire in the belly needed for the St. Lucia team, but I think it's going to be provided by you two guys. Ernesto, what have you been doing all day?
I've been breathing fire. Hot, 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 hot fire. Yeah.
Now tell us, what is the secret behind it? How do you actually do it?
There's no secret. No tricks. That's natural. We use kerosene in your mouth and breathe out. That's it.
Now, how did this all start for you? I mean, there are a lot of people as a kid who start playing cricket, other people dance, some people play music. How do you start breathing fire?
Well, I've been dancing since I was small. Actually, I'm a Vincentian. So I came here. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Vibes, that's it. That's fire. Yeah. I came here like 12 years ago, and I learned fire up here in St. Lucia. And I've been doing it from then, 12 years ago.
All right, Kenneth is obviously distracted because he's seeing himself on the big screen. How do those pictures... Yeah. Are you two friends? Are you like a fire starter competitors?
Well, to me, I can see, well, we are brothers. Yeah, in the fire business and the dancing business, we are brothers.
And the St. Lucia boys need a bit of fire in the belly to get them started. Those losses weren't good, were they?
Yeah. More fire. Yeah, they have to put out more fire out there. Brilliant for a win. Yeah, we need a win today. Yeah.
Final question. I know you two differ on one cricketing aspect. Your favorite player. What's it going to be?
Darren Sammy, man. Sammy. Yeah, because I'm from Tiroshimikud, so Darren Sammy is from Tiroshimikud.
You told me something else when you were not breathing fire.
Well, My favorite cricketer is, well, Chris Gayle, but Darren, Sammy and I, we brought up together. We raised together, but yeah, but the question was with my favorite cricketer. But from the St. Lucia Stars, Darren, Sammy, man, and we want to win.
Thank you for firing it up, boys.
All right. CPL, St. Lucia Stars. Yeah.
St. Lucia Star, more fire.
More fire.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gotham. I wonder how many times they said fire in answering those questions. They certainly love it.
Wonder what toothpaste they use after a night at work.
They don't need it. They haven't got any teeth.
Well, their favourite cricketer, I think, almost forced upon them, Darren Sammy, bowling his first over. The first couple of games, he did not perform well with the ball, leaking plenty of runs, and then last night, bowled 2 overs, picked up a wicket, still went for some runs, 18. It's going to be important for senior players, Darren Sammy, the captain, to really step up with the ball. A little misfield, now it costs them.
I think Darren Sammy is one of those cricketers who really, he's an emotional character. Everything is, you know, he wears his emotions on his arm. I was going to say his sleeve, but he's got short sleeve shirt on. But you know, when he's got some runs tonight, so he feels he's made a contribution. Now he wants to double that input. That's the kind of cricketer he is. It's just, he's wholehearted. He's brilliant for this franchise. 47 for 1.
Match day's my favourite day, despite all of these bums in my face.
For just the 1 wicket. And St. Lucia Stars at similar time was 60 for 2. No, around the 90 over mark, that's when they started to lose wickets and lose wickets regularly. Rakeem Cornwall to bowl his off breaks. I think the first over he bowled, he leaked 16 runs last night. Certainly a better start.
Yeah, different pressure on him now. He bowled that 1 over last night, was in the power play, so he had the field restrictions. Now he's got the protection. He's got 3 out on the leg side, so they're both right-handers, deep mid-on and deep mid-wicket and deep square leg, and they're hitting against the breeze too on that side of the field, the right-handers.
Yeah, and he bowls the left-hander last night, and he slipped so many down the leg side that went for wide, and he just couldn't get his line right. So at least he's got 2 right-handers to bowl at here. It's been a very circumspect start by the skipper, Martin Guptill. 8 from 18.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether Martin Guptill has assessed the situation and looked at the total and thinks, well, it's not a formidable total. I just need to bat through, and if I bat through, I'll win this match. So he's changed the tempo of the way he's gone about it.
Certainly in the first 2 matches that he played, he struck the ball really well, strike rate of over 120. That's what most players want. The top 4 to do, spend a lot of time out in the middle, and obviously being captain, he wants to lead from the front. He's got those starts and he didn't kick on. He doesn't want to put his team in a hole either. The original run rate was 7.65. The required run rate now is is 8.3. And it's 53 for 1. Warriors need 100 more runs from 72 deliveries. And Sammy to continue. Now they'll look for 2 and they won't get it. Good arm, Mitch McClenaghan.
Yeah, the key thing there was that he got to the ball quickly. Even if the throw was off target, the fact that he got to the ball quickly and threw it in somewhere near the proximity of the stumps stopped them from going for 2, released it quickly. No one's catching that. That's typical Martin Guptill. Hero maximum.
So he's known for how well he hits the ball straight down the ground. This one he didn't quite get the timing, but it was good enough. Sammy was sort of living in hope that that may have just fallen inside.
If you look at Babo's arm, he wasn't sure as well whether he got a good enough piece of it. Because normally the non-striker just starts running. But Babo's arm just turned and was watching.
He's bowled so little in recent years, Darren Sammy. His bowling has fallen away. I think partly because he's placed so much emphasis on his batting. Let's say about 6-7 years ago, when he was bowling at his best, he would stay a little taller and he would nip the ball back at off stump, hitting the top of ball from maybe 1.5 foot outside off. Gives a lot of width now, pulls his length back too much at his pace. Yeah, giving width again. Good feeling, very good. I think it's Kyle Mayers.
And this outfield has been so quick in the last few games that we've had. But it's just slowing up a little bit as it goes past the inner circle. It's allowing the outfielders a chance to chase it down. And they're doing an exceptional job at that.
Slow ball. 11 runs off the over, 64 for 1.
It's almost they've decided that they want the Warriors to hit the ball to the side that's into the wind, to take it away from that big zone of the stadium that goes with the wind. So hanging the ball out there and setting the right field potentially won't do as much damage. Still Sammy going at 8 runs and over. Oh, Mayers, we haven't seen Shane Shillingford yet. He's going to play an important role with the ball.
Shillingford is in now, bowled beautifully. Last night, 1 for 22 from his 4 overs, bowled a really good length. There's more pitches in this pitch form and there's still that bounce. On target straight away.
Yeah, it's that height, isn't it, that he bowls from. Allows him to bowl into the wicket, so effective. And this wicket's still providing so much for him as well.
Straight away he strikes. Babarazam fails again, but Shillingford, more importantly, is struck with the second ball he served up in this contest. Stars needed this.
Looking to work it to the leg side, just getting through the shot too early, getting that leading edge and ballooning a simple catch back to Shillingford. He's continuing his good form. Azam not continuing any form. He goes for 12, 64 for 2. And the players will take a Caribs drinks break.
On several occasions we nearly lost her.
Jason Mohammed is the new man in, replacing Babar Azam. Got to 40 up in Lauderhill in the second game and looked to be winning the game until he was snatched in the outfield by Fabian Allen. Did very well for the Warriors last year, batting at that number 4 position. Generally plays spin relatively well because he's faced a surf eater bit coming out of Trinidad and Tobago.
The reason why he's there is because Azam has tried to work it to the leg side, got a leading edge, and again Shillingford moving well. Good bounce, but really well played as well by Guptill. Just rode with the bounce and just managed to get it down to that vacant third area. He's there asking the square leg umpire, surely that's one for the over, and it's above my shoulders.
69 for 2.
Well, it was certainly some spin, isn't there, within this wicket, but the bounce. And Shane Shillingford, because he's so tall, he comes over the ball, gets a lot of top spin on the ball. It's like a tennis forehand, drops, and then it kicks and spits up as well. Very dangerous to play.
.84 required from 60. Now this batting lineup of the Amazon Warriors, it goes down the order in terms of players who can bat. Virasamy Pamal at 11 is not the worst batter, lower order batter. Rashid can play. Kimo Paul can bat. We saw that in the Under-19 World Cup final. Emrit, 2 or 3 first-class hundreds. Tanveer and Primus are capable as well. Gajanan Singh slated to come next. So there is depth, whether it's quality depth you can argue, but there is depth in the batting. JT is back in the attack.
This is going to be a crucial time for Taylor. The fact that he's already bowled 2 wickets, we saw at the top of the show, the fact that he's very effective in the first 6 overs and with the new ball. And it's at the back end of the innings is when he really struggles and goes at around 14 runs per over. So the fact that Darren Sammy is using him now is a smart play.
Well, the captain is doing his best to try to get things moving here. He's well respected around the world as a leader, and so should be. He's a very successful leader. He's a good communicator. He's passionate about the game. He's passionate about his team.
The pace that uncomfortably played by Mohammed. Neither team has points on the board yet. Someone will after tonight. But all you hear a lot of talk about if we win one, you can get on a roll in this format. One of these will be hoping so tonight. More so the pressure for Sammy, whose team has played more and who are playing at home, and you like to use that home advantage. They haven't used it yet. The Amazon Warriors will be going home for their turn of a group of games next. And you get some really good crowds. Those in Guyana listening to me, get out and support your franchise. You've done it well over the years. We looked at Port of Spain, Trinidad last night. It was fantastic. I wish I was there. I wish I could be teleported or transported quickly like some of our commentators who just fly up and down. Great atmosphere. So Guyanese, come out. And those in St. Kitts as well.
This has been a better bowling effort by the St. Lucia Stars. Last night they bowled 20, 23, 24 wides, and the fact that they've only had 3 means that they've tightened up their lines and lengths, so that's certainly a good start.
Very well put together over, very well constructed. 72 for 2. games on the 17th and 19th for the Warriors down in Guyana, followed by the 20th and the 22nd against the Tridents and the Stars. Shillingford again down to that area at third man, just like up till did. This time it's Mohammed.
I feel really sorry for Shane Shillingford because this isn't a poor delivery. Turns, it bounces, it's over middle stump, but really well played this time by Mohammed.
You think slip, Tom? Do you think slip?
You must be reading my mind, because you can see me sort of hovering with my hand over the mic, sort of thinking exactly that, but then I'm thinking of the potential gap that leaves in the offside field. But at the end of the day, the Stars are only going to win this game by taking wickets, not by just containing. So, with Shillingford confident and bowling well, I think my decision goes yes, slip.
From where?
The 12th man, if possible. Because that's where we're always looking for that extra fielder. I would be getting him from short 45. So where Shane Watson is hovering, he's in that sort of backward square or 45 position on the leg side. I'd be bringing him across and getting him into that slip position.
It's a lovely shot. Lovely indeed from Jason Mohammed. I talk about him as a good play of spin and so good square of the wicket either side.
Well, it's because of the two shots down to third that's created this gap, because it's moved everyone a little bit squarer. Even the deep cover has gone to more of a deep cover point, and it's a genuine half volley outside off stump and is put away.
Eleven runs off the over, 83 for 2. Leading point scorers up to this stage of this game. Emmerich with 4 wickets on top. Johnson Charles with his half century in second place. Walton, Rashid, and Guptill now sneaking in there at dream11.com/points. Tom Murray's gone. Alan Wilkins, a fellow left arm terror, past medium bowler's head.
Yeah, had nightmares every time I bowled. That's why it was terror. Right, 70 wanted from 8 overs. 70 from 8 overs. Carl Mayers begins with a wide. Good numbers so far from Mayers. 2 overs he's bowled. 7 dot balls, and he's conceded just 7 runs. The value of the dot balls, amazing figures from Rashid Khan tonight. 4 overs, 16 dot balls, 2 for 9. When the ball has been hit to all parts. And it's could have a great finish in store here tonight in St. Lucia. Mohammed 13 from 12, Guptill 22 from 26. Just a little bit of delay here while there's a change. Everyone looks like they're doing traffic signals. Now Shane Watson's come into it at the moment, and they're just changing the field and changing personnel in the field. So they want the right players in the hot spots. So Watto's had a word with Darren Sammy. Darren Sammy has now changed the field, and we're ready to go. Oh, everyone's a little bit lucky when they win the El Dorado Chest of Award-winning run. Oh gosh, he's going to dive into it. Oh, he's putting the shirt on. He's got the yellow shirt. He's the leader. He's the El Dorado leader. He's won a chest of rum. My hearties, I'm going to drink this rum. The stolen treasure chest. Full toss and slapped for 1. We've only had 7 4s hit here by the Guyana Amazon Warriors. We've had 2 6s, but only 7 4s, and we're into the 13th over. Required rate is just creeping towards 9 and over. 67 required from 46. Just at a very delicate stage right here, and Darren Sammy knows that. That's why he's taking time to get this field deployed as he wants it. Slower ball, different pace, change of pace from Mayers, bowled at 114. It's much slower than he normally comes in with. There we are. You see how his fingers came down the left-hand side of the ball, so he had no fingers behind the ball. That's really clever bowling.
There's so many options, aren't there, now for the slower delivery. That's going to be wide because of the height factor. And we saw in the IPL that there was a lot of knuckle deliveries that were effective, so which kept the seam upright.
Oh, Lisa.
I thought he was going to ride the motorbike, and I was like, no, bit too young.
He's all kitted up, and he looks wonderful, doesn't he? There you go. How about this? Well, I thought he played it quite well. Kept it on the ground. Flicked just for 1. McClenaghan is the fielder. Well, I'm not sure how old he is, but he's our hero fan of the match. I've been told he's 5 years of age. He is our hero fan of the match, and I'm not sure if he knows it, but he's smacking $500 US there, which his father would like to check. Bank. There we are, $500 US. Give it another belt. Bang, that's it. It's right in the middle. Now, has he caught hold of this? I don't think he has. Oh, what a good catch. Marlon Samuels. That is a very, very good catch. He looks very calm and collected there, but they are difficult. Martin Guptill didn't quite get going on all cylinders tonight, and he tried to break the shackles. And it took a very good catch from Marlon Samuels. The skipper's gone for 23. It's 88 for 3.
Your odds from William Hill lets you create and bet on your own markets. Tweet us direct from the William Hill app or from Twitter, and we'll reply with the odds. Join over 200,000 Your Odds customers and view their markets. Spot something you like? One click, it's in your bet slip and you're on. More markets, more choice, more control. William Hill, this is more.
Adnan Singh is the new bat. Left hand, he likes to get on with it, and he's going to have to do that. What a remarkable career, in the sense that he's only played, this is his third T20 match in the CPL. He made his first-class debut 9 years ago, and since then he's only played 10 first-class matches.
Yeah, he was overseas for quite some time, for a few years, and really got activated again in the game. He plays for the Demerara Cricket Club, the club of Roger Harper, the late Roy Fredericks, and players like that. And you've obviously said he's played under 19 cricket, age group cricket. Looks in decent touch, actually. He played some club tournament in Trinidad, I think, and scored some runs early in the year.
Thought he looked good in Lauderhill. 28, I think it was, in his first game. Oh, hello. Straight away off the mark. It's 89 for 3.
No, he looked good in Lauderhill, and he was actually playing his T20 debut. He looked very comfortable out there in the middle. He struck the ball really well. So Stars struggled to 152, lost wickets roughly around the 10th over mark, and just kept losing wickets regularly. 64 runs required now off just 42 deliveries. The main thing is that they've only lost 3 wickets.
Well, didn't quite get to all of this, and Marlon Samuels pulls off a very good Republic Bank classic catch. Not easy though. We've seen a lot of catches spilled. Oh, it's got them all going now. That Marlon Samuels catch. There's a good vibe going inside the Darren Sammy Stadium. Shillingford, his 3rd over.
He'll certainly like bowling to the left-hander. Gets an opportunity to take the ball away from him. With the right-hander, Jason Mohammed, they'll try and not give him the width. See if he can get that bounce that we saw him being able to extract out of this wicket.
Well bowled. He's bowled with such purpose. Shillingford.
Yeah, I'd love to see him bowl a little bit slower and just put it just outside off.
He's done well for the side. In the losing side, Shillingford took 4 for 22 against the Trimbago Knight Riders, and he took 1 for 22 against the Patriots in his 4 overs. It's gone big, gone down the ground, and hero maximum. Nice clean blow from Jason Mohammed.
Well, he used his feet really well. 2 previous deliveries he beat him in flight, but this time he advanced down the crease. Just managed to get some good speed hands through the ball.
Shane Watson. Yeah, I'd like to have that one again, wouldn't you, Shane? Just make amends. So 9 from this over so far, 1 ball to go. Quicker ball. And there won't be a run. 9 from the over, 14 gone, 98 for 3.
your odds from William Hill lets you create and bet on your own markets. Tweet us direct from the William Hill app or from Twitter and we'll reply with the odds. Join over 200,000 Your Odds customers and view their markets. Spot something you like? One click, it's in your bet slip and you're on. More markets, more choice, more control. William Hill. This is more.
55 runs required from 6 overs. Not only can he play cricket, he can move. He's all action. Plays a few shots. He's got a nice technique. I think he might have his dad's pads on, I'm not sure, but he's just had a ball tonight. He's loved tonight. Now Mitch McClenaghan back in. His 2 overs have cost him 22. And I wonder what time his bedtime is, because it's just gone 9 o'clock. He's not going anywhere, is he? Shot, good shot. Through mid-on. A lovely blow. And he's won $500 US tonight.
I wish I'd won $500 when I went first to the SCG. I think it was about when I was 7. Got dressed up. I wasn't dressed up in any cricket gear, nor was I batting, but I managed to steal my mother's sheet and put a sign, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi.
Going back for the second, and they get there. 100 up for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Now it's 9.18. Slapped away for 1 and Andre Fletcher. He's been gold in the field for the St. Lucia Stars.
You sort of fancy the batting team with 51 required from 33 and 7 wickets in hand. That if the Stars can sneak in one good over, just one good over to build the perception of pressure, and even better so if they can pick up a wicket, change things around.
Hasn't caught hold of this, but it's going to land safely. He was not in control of the shot. A short delivery from the Kiwi. And McClenaghan wanted to induce the mistake, the false shot. He almost got it.
Yeah, nice and quick, 131 kilometres an hour. And just on your point there, Ian, I'd like to see the Stars up and about. They're just kind of walking to their position. No one's really talking. There's no hustle. This is the point of the match where they need everyone to jump in, because the game is at the balance right now. And like you said, if they can pick up a wicket or have 1 or 2 overs that are really quiet, you'll see that required run rate jump up. But at the moment, they're just cruising and hoping that the Amazon Warriors make a mistake. Well, they're not going to. You've got to create those opportunities.
Much slower delivery. A grunt as he delivered the ball. That was just a way of deception. That ball was bowled at 98 k's. That's Almost like a fast spinner's speed. Watch him here now. What does he do with his hand on the ball here? Well, it holds it back in the grip. So basically almost pushes it rather than bowls it. Again, that's slightly slower. Fielded Fletcher again. Brilliant fielding from Andre Fletcher. It's 105 for 3, 5 overs to go.
Back in the early days of Fletcher's international career, he was a poor fielder. Almost dreamy sometimes in the field, and sometimes with glove in hand as well, because he's a part-time wicketkeeper, has hurt himself with that throw. But in this tournament and recently he's been excellent in the field, star-studded and outstanding.
Still to come, Roshan Primus, Sohail Tanvir, Riyad Emrit and Kimo Paul. Rashid Khan at 10 and Virasamy Pramal at 11. Well, Sohail Tanvir can bat. He's got 5 first-class hundreds on his CV. There's just a moment there where Andre Fletcher, who's been covering a lot of ground, and he's got a problem here with his throwing arm. He clutched his arm after he threw it in, the ball in. Problem there. Shillingford now, final over. 3 overs with 8 dot balls, 1 for 24. Now this is the throw, and he just clutches his arm in pain here. I don't think he's gone in. I still think, yeah, he's still out there.
And for the left-hander, he's up inside the inner circle. Sometimes when there's a right left-hander at the crease, you don't necessarily have the luxury of making all the fielders move around, so he has to go back out onto the boundary.
Oh, that's a good shot. That is 4 runs. Jason Mohammed with impeccable timing.
But how good is he square of the wicket in particular? It's a pen shot for him, whether it's in the air or along the ground. Pace on the ball as well makes it easier. Not a ball straight to him, ball wicket to wicket. He creates some room at times.
McClanahan.
Shane Shillingford, such a tall man. He's had a couple of issues with his bowling action. And has had to remodel it a number of times, and you can see that it's not a very rhythmical action. I wonder if he got an edge to that. And he did. And that's why Shillingford was annoyed, because Cameron Akmal didn't catch it, nor did he stop it.
Well, it was difficult for Cameron Akmal. It went over his shoulder. Yes, it was an edge, but unless it was a freak catch, Cameron Akmal wasn't going to pouch that. A couple of boundaries have just changed the complexion of this run chase. Gurjanath Singh collects a hero maximum. It's a tasty blow from the left-hander. And this is just deflating the spirits of St. Lucia. 2 4s and a 6 here now.
Yeah, ball into the wicket and just set up so nicely for Gurjanath Singh. We've spoken about so many times baseball shots. That's one.
End of the over, 121 for 3.
Barry Seal, we could use a pilot like you. CIA, DEA, Pablo Escobar. I made a fortune.
Overs from Cornwall available. Shillingford is finished. Don't think we'll see Sammy at this stage of the innings. So still a few options to go for Darren Sammy to utilize. Required rate is just on 8, and with 7 wickets in hand, this should be the Warriors' game to give away. Well, they have done so. They did it when they should have won, requiring 8 of the last over in Lauderhill against the Patriots, and found a way to mess that up. Brathwaite bowled an over that only gave 3 away when they needed 8. Jason Mohammed will be thinking, I need to see this through till the end. Miss. Lands safely. In the whole context of the batting lineup as well, Jason Mohammed can play a number of roles. He can see it through, he can take his time, then accelerate. Gurjendra Singh coming in plays a particularly specialist role because he scores quickly. He plays his shots with freedom. So you want a player like that coming in and almost batting around him, forming a good partnership with the other players. Very specialist role. Whatever he gets it quickly. Four deep fielders on the leg side. Third man drops back, and the sweeper comes in from right of your screen. Or what should have been the right of screen. A lot of tension there for the Stars. Lisa Stalika's gone, Tom Moody's in. 31 from 22 required.
Yeah, this field is clearly set, taking advantage of the breeze that's brushing across the ground from left to right of screen. So the ball's going to be pitched halfway down with the odd change of pace halfway down. In the air and big enough. So there's the hero maximum going over deep backward square.
Problems for Andre Fletcher. He's got an ice pack around that right arm. Meanwhile, Gurjendra Singh with a flick, and he's got enough on this, and in fact that is against the breeze that Tom Moody's talking about, and maybe the wind has been knocked out of Darren Sammy's sails as well. 25 from 21.
That is agricultural. Lost the shape, totally beaten by the lack of pace from Mayers.
Yeah, he's bowled in the ball with the wrist in front of the ball, coming out the back of the hand. Darren Sammy bowling, or he's given instruction to the next over. Who's going to bowl the next? Taylor, looks like Jerome Taylor. Gurjendra Singh has proved a really decent bat to come in, and he got a 28 in Lauderhill. We saw him there, and he's played very little cricket through his career. But he's come in here and he's immediately swung this game towards the Amazon Warriors, and this partnership now very quickly is put on 41 from 24 balls.
A loss would be really hard for the faithful Stars supporters to take at home here. Another loss, I should say. hit nicely. Just a couple, they come back and they get there. Good energy in the running between Guyana Singh and Jason Mohammed. They will go upstairs to double check. Kedulous Forrest on the field for Fletcher. .131 for 3.
Yeah, still humid out there. The bowler is, sorry, the batsman just getting a little bit of refreshment. Captain now with his #1 bowler, Jerome Taylor. He desperately needs to take a wicket or two here.
The Stars need one good over. If they can get a solid over here from Jerome Taylor, they're not out of it. 22 required from 18. It's almost a must-have, whether that be dot balls or dot balls and wickets. What has he got as a field set? Third man, deep backward point. Sweeper on the offside. And down at long on as well.
And there's just been a 6 and a flurry of 4s by Guyana Singh. 2 6s from him and a 4. And that required rate, which was heading towards 10 and over, has now been pulled back to 7.3. And in other currency, it's 22 needed from 3 overs. And as you say, Vish, Stars need a special over here from Jerome Taylor to turn it round and even up the equation. Aaron Sammy facing 5 defeats out of 5, unless Taylor can do something here.
Go across him. Yep, full and wide. Interesting that Aaron Sammy is back at third man. And usually the fielders and captains like that will position themselves in what they perceive as high traffic areas. So that sort of says that a lot of deliveries may be across Guyana Singh to bring Sammy into play, as well as the deep backward point and short backward point.
The other thing there, Bish, is you can see everything in front of him. So he's got a 360-degree view there, everything in front of him.
Oh, glorious from Guyana. He is playing a lovely cameo, 26 from 14.
Well, there's a deep cover in place, but that cover is very, very square because of the width that Taylor's bowling. That Guyana Singh has got a good full face on that and lifted it over extra cover. Terrific cricketing stroke.
Extra fielder has dropped back exactly where that ball went, on the offside. Tucks it down to long on. .17 required from 15.
He's been very good since he's come to the crease. He's taken the game on and just taken the pressure off the Warriors. He's terrific through the leg side. He's got great power, great control. Good timer of the cricket ball.
6 knockouts last year for Jason Mohammed as well. Scored over 240 runs at an average of 47. I think someone, I can't remember whether it was Tom Moody, says he needs to come back to that type of form today for the Warriors to get over the line.
Just slips here, Jason Mohammed, and no chance of taking the second run. He's turned the right way because he's facing the fielder with the ball. So, Andre Fletcher now, you saw him clutching his arm when he got a throw in from the boundary at deep point. It's got the ice pack on that bicep. So 16 required from 14 balls.
Well struck again from Guyana. This is a golden innings. The true warrior.
Brings up the 50 partnership. Clogged through the leg side. Just too short. Far too short for this field. Sits up. Particularly for a batsman that's in and on a roll like Gurjanath Singh.
The partnership has come up in just 30 deliveries as well. More frustration for Sami. Can't find a way to win. $11 off the over, 142 for 3.
With 2 overs remaining, 11 required, you'd think they're going to get home in a canter. Have to be some mess up from this position of strength. With a very good partnership between Jason Mohammed and Gurjanath Singh.
Less than a run a ball required, and they shouldn't mess this up as they messed it up in Lauderhill against the Patriots. If they do get a win, it'll be good in terms of the self-belief that it will inspire and also bring the crowds out in Guyana to go home with a win. They've got their home leg, the Amazon Warriors, coming up. So important that they'll have points on the board if they can squeeze out the 11 required. Mitch McClenaghan. Wonder if he'll go short of the different paces into that wind again at Gurjanath Singh.
A good slow ball. Also smart bowling, because I think Gurjanath Singh was expecting the short ball, whether it be a slow ball bouncer or just a regulation bouncer. He's now around the wicket after that first ball, so he's changing it up here with his angles. This might be the bouncer.
And he's talked to McClenaghan, just chatting to him before the game of those variations where he felt one of the good ones is where he just rolls his fingers forward and keep the seam in an upright position as it went down, where he gets more kick rather than his other contrast, which is to pull his fingers down the ball and scramble the seam. Different variations. He looked as though he had one deep in the hand tonight as well.
Well, this day and age of T20 cricket, you need a number of slow balls, because as soon as the batsman knows what type you've got, they can set themselves accordingly. But if you've got a couple of varieties, you're always challenging the batsman.
Yeah, 9 from 9, and Guyana Singh's contribution here is coming and smashed 33 from 19, and it's helped Jason Mohammed, who's taken 30 deliveries for his 38. But this partnership has broken the hearts, and it will do if they get over the line here of Darren Sammy and his men in blue. 9 from 9 required.
Guyana Singh wants to know if it's overhead height. He's looking for a wide. Good pace on it.
He's got a reasonable case then.
Very important couple of deliveries coming up here. Short ball has already been sold. Very well bowled, just one.
Well, this has been a good over so far. 5 balls have been delivered, only 3 singles conceded. Now, and not only has it been a good over in its own right, but it's also repaired the damage from the Jerome Taylor over, the one before, which went for 11. It's just creating a bit of pressure. This is a huge delivery right here. Is it gone? It's gone! Darren Sammy gets his big hands around that white ball, and the skipper plucks it out of the air. Is there a twist here? Is there still hope for the St. Lucia Stars?
Jason Mohammed slammed his bat into the ground and it bounced out of his hand. Not intentional. It flew across the pitch. 38 to him, 145 for 4.
Excellent over. Slower ball, fuller than he expected, but got the toe of the bat, and Sammy making some good ground and taking an excellent catch. Frustration and disappointment in the Warriors camp. They've got it all to do now with 6 balls remaining.
Your mind back to last weekend in Laurel Hill, Florida, against the Patriots. The Warriors, they needed 8 of the last over. Guyana Singh was at the crease then and failed to see it home. He was bold, trying to scoop it over the leg side. Exactly 8 required again. Have they learned their lesson from last weekend? Roshan Primus is at the crease and he hits a long ball if they need to do that. Who is charged with the final over? Ooh, it's Darren Sammy. I can't remember when last I've seen Darren Sammy bowl the last over of an innings. Captain's taken the ball. Deep fielders straight down the ground, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square, long off, sweeper offside. round the wicket.
Ooh, 8 wanted from this final over, now 7 from 5. This was the end of Mohammed. Darren Sammy wasn't going to spill that one. And I don't think that was intentional. I think he was just so frustrated. He tried to swipe the turf, and I think it just slipped out of his hands. McClellan showing all his emotion, urging his teammates to bring this one home. So 7 required from 5 balls. 7 from 5. Guyana Singh is hit it to all parts.
Two good balls. Two really good balls, trying to keep the ball away from Guyana Singh, hitting it to the leg side.
You have to think in this situation that's a good result. Guyana Singh just getting the one, because here's the one player that's set and can take advantage of hitting to that leg side, which is with the breeze. Sammy's better off bowling to the new batsman.
Excellent, Darren Sammy. Listen to the crowd.
Oh, they've waited a long time for this, and there's a bit more waiting to do yet. 6 from 3.
If he misses his length against Roshan Primus, he's a big boy. He can muscle it. Muscle and 4. Even into the wind, Primus gets it away. And the Warriors can see light at the end of the tunnel. Not over yet.
Yeah, nice flick to the leg side. Just a little bit short of what he was looking for, Sammy. He was searching for that leg stump Yorker.
Two from 2 to win the match, and for Guyana to win their first of this tournament, and of course St. Lucia looking for their first win.
Well, there's some changes in the field, and still deciding on exactly what is the right field setting on that leg side. Shane Watson has come up to speak to Darren Sammy, the captain and the bowler. The man under all the pressure here with 2 balls remaining. So they're reverting back to where they were, and that was the fine leg back in the ring and mid-wicket out on the boundary. The last boundary went between that deep mid-wicket and the deep backward square. Cornwall is moving from the offside extra cover position to the mid-wicket position.
Watch the non-striker following through. Could get 2. They will get 2. They come back for 2. And it's victory for the Amazon Warriors with 1 ball to spare here at the Darren Sammy Stadium. It was tense. It was close. But Roshan Primus and Guyana Singh have seen it across the line. The Warriors win by 6 wickets. Just double checking that runner, but he was home by a long way.
So clearly not out. It's such an important game for both teams who hadn't recorded a win before this evening. And it's the Warriors, the Amazon Warriors, that are ones that will be leaving this venue this evening with a smile on their face. Frustration continues with the form of Darren Sammy's team, the Stars.
Number of what-ifs. They started so well with the bat, the Stars, and should have gotten about 180. It was tight for Roshan Primus. This will do him the world of good. Only a young man, he'll be 22 tomorrow. And this experience will only be a building block to what he hopes will be a long and successful career. They go back to Guyana with 2 points on the board.
Well, it's heartache for the St. Lucia team and their fans. Oh dear. Oh, heartbreak. That's going to hurt. That's now 5 defeats out of 5 for the St. Lucia Stars, and Guyana Amazon Warriors win their first, and it's taken them 4 matches to do it. Rashid, 4 overs, 16 dot balls, 2 for 9. Rashid Khan was brilliant. Was really outstanding for the Warriors.
Gajanan Singh very good as well. Not out 35. Well, it was close. They said they were getting closer, the Stars, but they just couldn't get over the line. 153 for 4, the Warriors. Walton 33, 38 to Jason Mohammed as well, and 35 to Gajanan Singh, not out of just 22 deliveries.
McClenaghan up front was good. Taylor excellent again, getting a breakthrough. And Mayer's 4 overs, 1 for 22 for him. Shillingford looked like he was going to cause some problems, but is expensive, going for 41.
So it means that match number 12 has gone the way of the Amazon Warriors. They're off the mark with points. They restricted the Stars to 152, maybe 20 less, or 30 less, you could say, even, than they probably could have been aiming for the halfway mark. Charles with a brisk 53, and then the Amazon Warriors looked in control for a lot of innings, but it was very, very tight, winning by 6 wickets. Let's have a look at the digital highlights bundle.
Again, enterprisingly, but you always felt that maybe the St. Lucia Stars were 20 runs short, 25, 30 runs short even. The Amazon Warriors began promisingly. A couple of chances before Jerome Taylor picked up his first. Martin Guptill then found his line. Abarazan trapped. And Martin Guptill was never really in his full flow. And Jason Mohammed came in and played a good hand. He played a very good hand with some nice, attractive strokes. Guptill taken nicely, taken very well by Marlon Samuels off Mayers. Mohammed, meanwhile, continuing from the other end and finding his radar, and then in came Gajanan Singh. That was a bit fortuitous, but then he just climbed into the St. Lucia Stars bowling, and he's a very dangerous player. Slapping sixes. This boy has turned this match with his contribution. And then Mohammed went full toss from McClenaghan, caught by Darren Sammy, and in came Roshan Primus. And 21 years of age, he's 22 tomorrow, and he can celebrate his birthday. Let's go downstairs to Lisa Stalling. Oh, match summary first. Let's just give you the match summary. Stars, who won the toss, put into bat. I beg your pardon, the Stars won the toss and batted. Johnson Charles was at his very best. It was really good to watch that. 53 from him, Watson 32, Sammy 26 with some big blows at the end, and Riyad Emrit with 4 for 35, Rashid Khan 2 for 9 in 4 overs. And the Amazon Warriors, Jason Mohammed 38, Gajnan Singh 35 not out, Chadwick Walton with 33, and Martin Guptill 23. The wickets shared by the St. Lucia bowlers, but Amazon Warriors winning with 1 ball to spare. They beat the St. Lucia Stars by 6 wickets. So the first points for Guyana Amazon Warriors of this current Hero CPL, and St. Lucia Stars still at the bottom of the table. And Trimbago Knight Riders leading with 8 points, 4 wins from 5. Let's go downstairs now to Lisa Starlaker.
Well, the player of the match from the Amazon Warriors is Rashid Khan for 2 for 9 off 4 overs, 16 dot balls, presented by Jay Nashan Pandya, who's the father of the St. Lucia owner. Now, Rashid, you must be pleased to finally get some wickets.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, thanks to dear mighty Allah for the performance I did today. So, yeah, it was difficult. First 3 matches didn't get a wicket. So, what I was trying my best to just keep dots so the wicket will come. So that's what I did and got a success.
Are the wickets different here in the Caribbean compared to what you're used to bowling?
I think it's really good for the spinners, and it's very supportive for the spinners. And I played here against West Indies, so I used to with this wicket. So I just try my best to bowl in a good length area, and whatever happens.
And how important is a win away from home?
It was much needed win for us, because losing 3 consecutive matches and then you have to come back, it's quite difficult. So the boys did a very wonderful job. They believed themselves that we can win it, and just they showed in the middle.
Well, congratulations today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, very well bowled Rashid Khan. He was critical with a couple of wickets in getting his team in front. So after scoring 152 for 8, the Stars couldn't hold the Amazon Warriors. They won with a ball to spare the Warriors, 153 for 4, winning by 6 wickets. We'll take a short break and come back, and we'll hear from the captains.
This is how we play the game. This is how we play. And we gon' represent and show them who we stand for. So get up and unite for your team. We'll give the best we've got. This is how we play. Every bat, every pitch, every part, every deal, every wicket, every stroke. And the heart and soul and passion, and the culture, Caribbean blood. This is how we play. From out our nation, with the team in a unification. In the stadium, drum beat, and the stand and the meaning and unification. This is how we play.
Order your new glasses today at glassesdirect.co.uk and get an extra pair of prescription sunglasses for free. For a limited period, go to glassesdirect.co.uk.
Work out at home and experience the thrill of a road race with Proform, the official training bike of the Tour de France, featuring riders